Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an ISM. It's a Soviet Tier 8 heavy tank. And this one's located on the north spawn of mines. It's under the command of SlyMeerkat of Philo. So what can I tell you about this unusual tank? Well, it's got the engine at the front instead of at the back. It's basically a redesign of the IS-2. The fighting compartment's at the rear. It's got the same D25T gun, the 122mm. It's the same gun that's on the KV-122 and the IS-2. Basically, it was a design that was put forward as a proposal by one of the IS-2 factories. But they never went ahead and built it. Instead, they developed the IS-6. And SlyMeerkat's just been hit by a Centurion 7-1. Just up near the centre line. Just took a massive hit for 369 and it damaged his viewfinder. And now he's got a Carnarvon Action 10 getting in the way, so he can't get up to the hill. He's going to have to go round him. Now, having the rear fighting compartment makes this really good tank for side scraping. In fact, it makes it a side scraping boss because just think about it. The engine's up front. So it's really difficult to damage the crew except by shooting through the turret. And that means everybody is at the back. You can see where that shot went through actually. It went through the viewport and the cupola on the rear at the same time. Wow, that was a good shot by the enemy. Okay, well, he's now got a Type 4 Heavy. The Action 10 has actually vacated the position he was in, and Sly is now able to get up onto the top of the hill. Ooh, and the Leopard goes down. Now, he's got an enemy around the corner. Yep, okay, thank you. Object 416, very flat, very low, very difficult to kill. But they're both rearward facing, or rear cockpit tanks. And, yep, one nice round into the rear of the Object 416 as he vacates the hill as quickly as he can, because he realises he can't stay there while the Type 4's there. And yep, that's the end of the 416. Got him. Now there is some enemy tanks close proximity. In fact, they've gone around the hill and are now attacking from the other side. But here's a T-44 that didn't get the notice about the hill being in possession of his enemy. Therefore, he met his end very, very quickly. 311 hit points. Now the gun can penetrate 212 millimeters of armor and does alpha damage of 390. And there's a 50 TP, and that's a high roll, 402 hit points. Now he's just backing out, gets another round in. No, missed it on that occasion. I think the tracks ate it. Pretty sure it damaged the tracks only. Now he's trying to back out as far as he can go without falling down the edge of the cliff, and the T-32 gets a low roll, 372, but he's been tracked as well, which means he's going to get another shot in the engine bay. Yeah, we're almost loaded. There we go, and he's out the game. No, he's not. He's still there. And that T-10 just did a circuit without getting hit, but he is going to get hit now. Yep, one into the engine bay, 443, that's a high roll, very much a high roll. And the T-10's firing back now, he's very upset, so's the T-32. And yep, that's another one into you, high roll, 404. 11.22 seconds on the reload, which is fairly good. Oh, ouch, that hurt. But the T-10 is now gone. He's out the game. Can we get T-32? I think so. Yep, we can. He's out the game as well. And we're staying where we are at the moment, just trying to go down a little bit more, see if we can get a shot on the Lerva. We can, just about. Yes, right into the back of the cockpit. In the cockpit, the turret. Put a nice little hole where the ammo rack should be. And 53 TP didn't get the memo about the hill being in possession. And he's gone as well. Let's have a look. We've got another tank, a 212. Actually, it's the Arty. He's been spotted, and Type 59 was dealing with him. Oh my god! We just took out our own Type 59. We probably gave that 212 a lucky medal for being right next door to him as he was killed. Oh dear, that means he is not gonna get the high caliber because he killed his own teammate. Oh, that's such a pity, because I think he did have the high caliber, and that is the end of the game. Oh my gum. And here's the end of battle result. It is an ace tanker for SlyMeerkat of Philo in the ISM. Such a pity about the high caliber. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 6. He got a duelist badge for getting taking down 2 enemies who did damage to him during the battle, and a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He managed to get 5 in total. But of course, he also managed to pick up that kill on his own teammate, and a fire effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. So let's have a look and see exactly what the team score says. Well, yeah, I'm afraid he did miss out on the high caliber medal because he killed his own teammate. He did get 4,048 hit points of damage in total. The 212 on the enemy team was the next highest scorer. He managed 2,551. And it doesn't show that he picked up the lucky medal, but I'm pretty sure he did actually get it, because I think he was killed in close proximity to the Type 59 when he was shot. The next highest scorer is the Rheinmetall Scorpion. He managed to get 2,484 hit points. When it came to kills, it was SlyMeerkat who managed to get the biggest amount, 4. Then came the Type 4 Heavy with 2, the Progetto with 2, and the Type 59 with 2, just before he was wiped out. He would have been 3 otherwise, because he would have got the 212. When it came to base XP, again, SlyMeerkat managed to get the highest amount, 1,349, and that's testament to the fact that he did get the highest high caliber, or get the highest amount of damage, I should say, not the high caliber, because he didn't get it. And after the Type 59 came the Carnarvon with 919. If we look at detail, well, he managed to fire 15 shots during that battle. He got all of them on target, but only 14 of them penetrated. And I think the one that didn't penetrate went into the tracks of the T-32 as he was pulling back. And so he was unlucky. Was it the T-32? I think it may have been the 50 TP. Well, it was one of them anyway. And I think the shell actually got stopped by the tracks. And he did critically damage them, but obviously it wasn't enough to go through. It didn't penetrate through the tracks. He did damage of 4,048 hit points, of which all of it was at close range, and he received 3 hits from the enemy. 2 were penetrations, 1 was a non-penetration. Obviously one of those was from the Carnarvon, the other one I think was from the 416. The one non-penetration, I think that was the round that actually went into his tracks. He blocked damage of 250 hit points. He did actually damage an ally, killed the one Type 59, did 172 hit points of damage to him. And he damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, and did damage assistance, rather I should say, of 891 hit points. On a premium count, he earned 64,862 credits, and after the fine for damage of the Type 59 of 1,622, and repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 41,246 credits. So it's still a profitable game for him. He earned 2,024 XP, -6 for the damage on Type 59, so he took away 2,019 experience points altogether. I think the ISM is actually quite good if you're going to be doing a lot of side scraping. Yes, it's a good tank. The IS-2 is a good tank, and the 122mm D25T is a very good gun. Very good indeed. Very good stats, and the fact that it can penetrate a lot and do a lot of damage when it does. The only problem really with this tank, I say, is that when you don't want to side scrape, and if of course you get an enemy tank behind you, obviously you're going to get lots of crew damage, because there's no engine to protect them at the rear. The shells just go straight into the fighting compartment. So not a tank you want to use if the enemy can get behind you, but if you can side scrape, then it'll side scrape like a boss, and of course it'll protect the crew quite nicely with that engine right in front of them to protect them from any enemy at the front. But other than that, it is a project that was discontinued. It didn't actually exist in fact, but it is an addition to the game, and there are quite a few tanks with the engine compartment up front. So it is something of note to actually have in the game, something that works, and it works for SlyMeerkat here. As you can see, he was doing very nicely, hanging off the edge of the hill, taking out those enemies he was going, and it worked very nicely against the 416. The 416 didn't want to stay on the hill when he came up against the ISM, and I think the reason for that really was that the 416 wouldn't have lasted very long if he had remained there. After all, he was actually wiped out a few moments later by Sly with one shot through the side. So, if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.